Okay, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Rakatha Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I'm gonna do this quick video because I was going through some words as I'm doing the alphabet here, and I came across the word iron. And iron in the Lashon Kodash is Barazal, Barazal, and that's how you say iron. And I thought to myself, that kind of looks like Brazil, so I went to go I thought through the spirit, well, let me just see who the #1 producers of iron is on the planet. So I typed it in Google, and this is what I came up with. The top 3 is China, Australia, and Brazil. And Brazil kind of looks like the Lashwan word iron, which is Barazal. It's kind of similar, or Brazal, almost. You know, it kind of sounds like Brazil. So, this is just, I want to make this video for the elect, just to build up your faith that the Lashwan is the true language. You know, in Zephaniah 3:9, it says, or I'll start at 8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, until the day I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations." And that's what the Lord's doing right now with everything going on in the world. It says that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour out my indignation. And right now the indignation is focused on Greece. This is Monday, July 6th. This is an article from Reuters. It says oil crashes 8% as Greek vote. Iran talks set off exodus. I'm going to just read the first 3 paragraphs. It says oil prices suffered the biggest sell-off in 5 months on Monday, falling as much as 8% as Greece's rejection of debt bailout terms and China's stock market woes set off a deepening spiral of losses. Adding to the pressure on oil, Iran, a global power, were trying to meet on the July 7th deadline on nuclear deal, which they're not going to come to that deal because this prophecy has to be fulfilled, that he can gather the nations, and they have to gather themselves in strength. They have to build up their weapons. And it's not a coincidence that Greece is falling and Iran deal is being pushed back, and Jade Helm is on the 15th, and here you have July 7th. They're trying to meet the deadline, which would bring more, and it says which would bring more supply to the market if sanctions on Tehran were eased. The self-imposed deadline could be extended again. Officials extended. That's when Jade Helm starts. You never know through the spirit. Officials at the negotiations said a slump that began last week gathered pace through the season, taking 4-day losses to more than 10%, the largest rout since early January, as weeks of range-bound trading abruptly ended. Global Brent prices collapsed below the $60 barrel mark for the first time since mid-April. So it's their due time. All right, it's not a coincidence all this is happening. And I kind of just wanted to tie that in too with this word highlight that I found, iron, in relation to it kind of sounding like Brazil. Because through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we have to believe that the Lashwan Kodash is our true language. And I looked it up on, and that's a faith booster. You know, when you see stuff like this, I looked Brazil up on Edom Online, and it just so happens that it doesn't say anything about iron. Here in the 1550s, it's from Spanish, Portuguese, Terra de Brazil, red dye wood land. From Spanish, Brazil, or Italian, Brasile, probably connected to French Brazal, for resemblance of color to glowing ember, which is wooden color. Originally the name of a type of wood, alright, from East Indian tree, but through the spirit we know that, look, the top 3, what are the odds? The top 3, and one of the top 3 is Brazil, in which Brazil actually has a company, I looked them up, named Vale. You can go look it up. They got the #1 largest ore for iron producer here on Earth. I mean, they're not #1 now because the curses are on them. Of course, you sow much, but you reap little. But they have the biggest ore, if I'm not mistaken. It's called Vale. I'm gonna finish this. It says, to pour out mine indignation upon my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may call upon the name of the Lord, and to serve him with one consent. And that pure language is the Lashwan Kodash. And with that, I want to say all praise to Yahweh Shah. Shalom to the elect out there.